he would have just done what he had to do, like no straps involved, and they go separate ways. But it was just the shooting thing, bro. Like the shooting thing is what really made it a problem. And I've said to him, like when I kicked him, I was like, look, this is a kick, but this isn't by no means a fuck off and never come back. Like, we'll happily see him around at the pushing spots and outside the house and chilling with people, and even like he is with you now, just doing stuff, right? There's no you'll kick to the curb, never come back again. It's just it's showing that there's a repercussion when you don't listen to the hierarchy. And I want this is one of the main reasons I wanted to speak to you specifically, because I've said this to Ricky and I said this to Kenny. It's important now that the people like you, Ricky, Kenny, who are close with Terry and spend a lot of day-to-day time with him, help to now pull him in the right direction. Obviously what he wants to do, he's gonna do, but I want to see him back. Of course I do. I just want him back with the same. I don't even want him to have the same energy as Seaside Terry, right? I don't care if he's unhinged as fuck. I just want him to listen to me in the way that he would to Benji. Because if Benji would have said to him, don't shoot him, he never would have shot him.
Oh yeah. So I talked with him already. I said, look, I'm trying to look at the bigger picture and from everybody's point of view. And I said, all right, for starters, I'm looking at Terry, right? And I'm thinking, all right, well, I said, look, bro, I think you having other people there, like, it should have just been a you and him thing. And then you and him go there and have a general discussion about what the fuck going on. And whatever happens between you two, whatever happens, right? It's not gang related. It's nothing like that. You know, if you smoke him, you smoke him. If he smokes you, you know, it's kind of ends there and you kind of just, that's it, right? And I said, so I don't know why everybody was there. I don't, and he goes,
you know why?
Because because he told everybody to go there.
Yeah, that is why.
Yeah, well then, I said, well then you should have been told not to do that. And then this is a you thing and you got to go out on your own, on your ones and do that. And he goes, yeah, but I didn't want to get set up. I said, if they set you up, then it's a whole gang thing because they did that. They decided to take that, you know, extra mile by setting you up and rolling on you with 6 deep, okay? Then it becomes a gang thing. But I said, but this was not a gang thing. And I know what Zale's like because I know Zale for a while. So it should have just been a you and him thing. Now, that's that. Second of all, John and Ricky should not be instigating at all and stirring the pot at all because, you know, there's times where you got to be serious and then there's times that you can just, you know, if we're goofing around and people want to stir, then people can goof around and stir, right? But times like this, there's not in anyone's position to be doing that. And I don't 100%. Think that was the play, right? But then I did say to Terry, I said, yeah, but also you took it upon yourself to give into the stir. I said, and then that persuaded you to like go and shoot the guy. And I said, now with SK and Steve putting themselves in a position of telling you not to do something, and then you go against and do it, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing underneath hang around, right? It's kind of like there's the door. But the door can always be reopened. Yeah. So I said, so it's kind of like, it's a really sticky situation and everybody's in like a whole thing right now. So I said, all right, so I said, boy, you need to understand, bro. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm so loyal to this gang. I'll be loyal to like SK and all that. I said, yeah, but it's a difference between saying it and actually proving it. Like I said, how many people back in the day used to say that to Benji on a daily basis? I'm loyal to you. I got so much respect for you. You know, I got all my loyalty to you. And then within a week, they're like, stepping stone, jump over him and they're in a different gang, or they leave, or they take advantage of him, or like I said, you can't just say it. You have to prove your point to be able to like get into that position to prove it. I said, because you've been against him once and then like now it's kind of happening again. So I said, I asked him if he was happy. And he said, I've just got built up rage. I'm so angry all the time. I said, yeah, but I'm not asking that. I'm not asking about the gang. I'm not asking about nothing. I'm asking about you, Terry. Are you happy? And he goes, I don't know. Like, he couldn't even answer the question. But I said, do you want to be a part of the Manor? Do you want to be in the Manor? Like, do you want to be here? And he said, yeah, I do. And then he's like, I said, well, then there you go, bro. Like, you need to get back in that door. You need to start doing some shit. And you need to start to get back up. And you need to get back on there, you know, dust yourself off and start getting back into the position. And he's like, yeah. So
The thing is, it's a lot easier for him to do that. Now I know about John and Ricky, I'll be honest. Because when I kicked him, I didn't know that information. I would make his way back in.
He did. Because he didn't want to. He said, "I'm not that type of guy to throw anybody under the bus. I know what they did to me, and I gave in. But there'll be no chance in hell that I'll ever throw anybody under the bus ever." And that's why he didn't know about it.
But that's the thing. After finding that out, obviously shit had already been dealt with. So it's like, you know, at that point, there's not really much you can do. But that being said, because I know that, and I know that that played into it, his path back in, like, from nothing to hang around is made simpler because of that. Like, I'm not going to put him through... If he wants to be back around and he shows that, and he actually puts, like, he makes that obvious, I'm not going to fucking milk it. Like, ultimately, I know there was emotion, and I know people were stirring. So that door to come back in is not... It's not going to be, like, stupidly hard for him to do. He just needs to show me that he wants to be around still.
I agree, and I told him that. So this is what I want to ask you. Now, there's many things in my life, SK, that I don't really ask. I don't really ask for much from anybody. Even with Benji back in the day, I never really asked for anything at all. But what I'm going to ask you is this simple thing. I know he's out the door, but I would like him back in the door, and I want to take full responsibility over Terry for everything that he does and the actions that he does and everything like that, and get him back on the right path so he gets back in his gang and gets back to the Terry Lingston that everybody know and love. Now, if he fuck up, I want to have full responsibility on that, and I want to take the full blame. And if any consequences come my way from having Terry a part of this gang again, then that's the consequences I'm willing to take to have the homie back in the gang and have it where he'll be able to be in a good position to having it where he is. Now, I told him I was going to tell you this. I told him I was going to tell Steve this too. And he respected it. And I said, because if you fuck up, that look bad on me. And it means I fuck up for your failures. So you can't be like that.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to throw it your way.
I'm down if you want to do that. When you say about like obviously you can take responsibility. I think that's a good thing to put to him, because I think if he thinks that his actions are going to come back on you as well as himself, he's more likely to be careful. Because it's the thing, I think a lot of what his issue is like his relationship with himself and just not caring about shit. But when it's like he cares about everyone else a lot, he just don't care about himself that much. So if it's like affecting you, I could see him being more being more responsible. I'm willing to give you that.
Cautious.
I'm 100% willing to give you that and let you fucking, take it on yourself to put him on the right path for sure. And like I said this yesterday to John, right? I had a private conversation with John after everything happened, and I said about him being a stirrer, and I said to him, I was like, bro, with how you are, like, it's so stupid that you do all this stirring bullshit. Because right now, and this is why I'm bringing it up to you, me and Steve have had discussions prior about, eventually we're going to need some sort of structure underneath just me and Steve, because just two of us in structure, when there's a lot of people in this gang and a lot of different time zones and a lot of times where me and Steve aren't around, at some point down the line, there's going to be necessary structure underneath. And if John's not being a twat and fucking stirring, and he's actually got his like serious head on, he could very easily walk into that. And I also think the same for you. Like you and him could very, very easily be in that sort of position. So as well as like that being you trying to help Terry, this could also be a very proven factor for that moving forward.
Okay. Well, like I said, like, I'm willing to take full responsibility over Terry and all the actions that he does. And if he fuck up, that made me look bad. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then I can accept the fact that, if he fucks up and it doesn't work out, then I'll accept the failure that I try to do that shit. Now, the thing is, we have Ricky and all that, and like all the names you rounded off. Yeah, they're close to Terry, but it's a little bit different with me and Terry, because I've got like kind of more of a, I'm not going to say I got control of it. It's more like, he'll understand, like, if he fucks up, that he made me look bad. Like, it'll come on to me. So I think all the decisions that he'll make moving forward, he'll try to make the right ones. Like just then, right? Just then, he got riled up by a Future. Like, I'm telling you right now, if he was in Manor, he would have smoked him. But I said, yeah, just ignore it. So he just ignored it. And we moved on. And yeah, Future was stirring him, bro. So yeah.
So what your plan with that?
Yeah.
Are you just trying to go from now, like, I'm working back to hang around, and then back to in the gang?
If it's what it's got to take, yeah. If that's the way you want to do it. I'm not going to ask for be a part of like a hang around again once you like remove him. But if you feel like, you know, he's improving, then whatever steps got to get taken, right? Whatever you think is right. Like, I'll just do whatever.
I think right now, because of how fresh it is, I think work on going from here to hang around, and that doesn't have to take too long. But
Yeah,
because it was a yesterday thing, like, I have the thing is, I like what you're pitching, right? And I'm willing to take that risk, and I would be willing to take that risk and, like, you know, say to you, right, okay, he can be a hang around and you just have full responsibility for him. But I want him to show, because right now he's obviously showed you lot, but I just want to see that that's what he wants. If he can prove to me, like, in the next few days or week or whatever, that that's what he wants, then I can take that risk and do what you want to do with him.
I agree. And I told him that you can't keep, the difference is you can't keep saying that, you know, I respect you and all that. Like, actions speak louder than words at the end of the day, bro. And, you know, you can say that I respect you and I got respect for you, but proving it is a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And I think he kind of understands that when I talk to him about it.
100%.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Well, I'll start today. Today is the start. I'll start doing shit like right now. Like I'm kind of getting like, you know, he's not even doing roof runner. I told him to come do chat with me for something different. So we're doing that right now.
Tell like, also don't be afraid to just call me and be like, okay, so Terry's done this and this today, because it's no secret that some stuff might go unnoticed by me as well. Like, I'm not with Terry 24/7. So if there's shit he's doing, like, I'm gonna believe you, right? So if you just come to me and tell me what's going on, that's also a big help.
Yeah, I think that, yeah, and I'll just keep you in the loop the whole time. So, and I'll just start today. Like, well, I've already started, to be honest, but okay, yeah, I know. He's in the car, he's getting antsy. He's like, what are we doing? But yeah, he wants to do something. So
I'll let you go. Yeah, I'll let you deal with him. But
all right,
yeah, that's blessed with me. You do what you need to do and just keep me updated.
For sure. And I'll tell him about this conversation we had. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,